Okay, YouTubers, I'll be there soon. Let's see. Oh, we had a big, yesterday was the midnight, last night was the closing of our $40,000 grant that we have. Now, don't forget, we have grants every 4 times a month, you know. So if you miss one, you just wait for next month and apply to it again. So they're always around. That's our grants only. But really, the main thing I want to do is get people to apply for government grants. They're a lot more. I mean, we give out, $75,000, so that's $500,000 to $1 million a year, probably closer to $500,000. A lot of people don't pick up the money. You know, that's the, so our numbers look bigger than we're actually giving because you're not picking up your money. So, you know, and Let's Go Help too, you could find out if you're eligible and if you won. All the winners' names are there. And we get scammers doing that. In other words, people will see a name and they'll say, we're that person. And then they'll go through all kinds of rigmarole to convince us they're the person, even though they don't have the same email or phone number that we have for them on file. So that's, you know, the scammers are everywhere. And that's why I'm trying to get members not to go onto Google as little as possible until you know exactly what you're looking for. You have a name of a person or organization that can help you. Otherwise, you're just going to open yourself up to scammers. Scammers spend a lot more time figuring out how they could scam you than you ever will figuring out how to stop them. So they're always, it's like an arms race, you know. They're trying to get better, and you think you're getting better, but they work at it more, and that's why they're going to get you. So the main way to defeat them is just not play the game. You're not in Google. And you're not going to play that game. And sometimes they're even sneaking into our Facebook closed group. I don't know if they join as a member, but then they open up another a Facebook account that sounds like us, like Let's Go Help 2 or so. I don't know, and that's not us. The way to say on Facebook, I mean, we have something like 15,000 members there or something like that. And none of these people have, you know, just handfuls of people. So if you don't have that, that's not us. And we only charge $20. So anybody charging you anything more than $20, again, is not us. And we have to fight this a lot. It's a constant battle. And that's why I like chat. You know, open AI, because you could search for grants there, search for free help. That's the way. If you want to spend money on something, go to Google, fine. But if you don't, and you want to find the free stuff, and free stuff is really given from government offices and nonprofit organization. That's where the free stuff is. So that's why if you go into a chat, whether it's Bar or OpenAI or any of these, just put in, I'm looking for grants or help, assistance from government and nonprofit organizations to help me pay my bills. And I live in Pennsylvania. Put your state in there, because then you have it. Now, at least with the one I use, when you put it in something like that, you get, I mean, I know most of the sources, or I could tell if it's a good source or bad, easily enough. And I see everything is great that they give you. Now, it's not complete. That's the other thing. I mean, they make a few little mistakes. I mean, I remember putting my name in. Who is Matthew Lesko? And they had it really fair. And what was interesting, too, is they told you what's bad about me. You know, some people are disappointed they can't get grants or whatever. So, you know, they think I'm a scam or something like that. And so, I mean, those people are out there. And so that's why, to me, it's honest. Some people think this, and that's true. Because it's sometimes may not be easy. And that's another thing with Google I don't like, is that Google tries to make you believe it's easy. Because when you do advertising on Google, and I'm susceptible to that too, I try to make you believe, hey, that this is easy. You know, all you have to do, bim, bam, I got the magic and everything. And the magic is maybe missing, but the knowledge is real. It's certainly better than anything you're going to find on YouTube, and particularly yourself. So what I really do is save you a whole bunch of time. And mainly, I think what we also do is learn from each other. I mean, Tammy and everybody who's members that are actively just helping other people. They see they're selfish too. I mean, I'm very selfish in doing this because it feels so good to help people. I mean, I can't think of a better thing to do in life. Is that satisfaction? That's like loving. I mean, we all have the capacity to love somebody, right? And to be loved, and boy, I mean, there's nothing better than that, isn't there? Somebody loves you, or you can love somebody hard. That's why we pick up a baby or a kitten or a puppy and pour our heart into that, because they're so lovable, because it feels good, okay? And that's why I think helping other people is all about. You do it because it feels good, and we all can help anybody, no matter what age, no matter what level of income, knowledge, or intelligence, or whatever. I mean, we all have powers, human powers, no matter how developed they are, to help somebody else. And so that's why in Lesko Help, it is just, if you see somebody looking for something, they don't have an answer, just give them an answer of something. Hey, I did this too, and it didn't work. Or here's what worked for me. Or, God, have you looked at this over here? It's hard to know everything. Nobody does. I certainly don't. And have to admit it. And that's why even when you go for help, looking for grants or looking for money, looking for assistance, a couple of rules of thumb is don't ask for money. Ask for help. Because a lot of these organizations don't have money, but they solve problems like you, that you have. And that's what you need. You need to talk to people who are solving problems like yours, because they're going to be in a situation to know more than anybody else, because they're solving these kinds of problems every day with people. So someone calls them up, and you know, they help them out, and they help them solve the problem. So they have all that knowledge. It's sort of like a plumber. Okay, you could go probably fix your bathtub or your toilet or whatever, but if you haven't done it before, man, you know, oh God, I don't have the right tools. I have to go to the Hardware City and start buying all this stuff, right? Then I have to start watching YouTube videos. Well, that's fine, but see, it's all like that. So if you could find somebody, but the problem is the plumber, they're going to charge you $200 to come out and do it. See, these people I show you to will show you the shortcuts, show you what's out there and everything, but they don't charge anything. See, and that's, to me, is even more valuable than getting the money, you know, because you don't know the right way. See, most of us, we sit there and we say, oh, I'd like to do this. I think this is the best thing to do, and all I need is the money to do it. Well, that may or may not be true. See, and because you don't have enough information about what the whole world has to offer. And you have to get that, and you get that from talking to these experts, okay? So that's what you have to do. You talk to experts, how they helped other people solve this problem, and also don't forget, no one person knows everything. So you don't talk to just one expert, you talk to a dozen experts, you talk to 24 experts to get help in solving your financial problem. They're out there to be solved. Your problem is not new. Maybe it's new to some people, but you find people that it's not new for. And that's why it's an investigation game. The whole thing is about how much investigation can you do. Now, we all have different levels of that, but I think that, and we're all lazy. That's the problem you have to fight, is that being human means you're lazy too. We all are. We like it to be easy and not have to worry and all that kind of stuff. And that probably, you may get lucky and make 1 or 2 calls and get what you need, but most likely not. And that's why you have to get in there and realizing that and start asking more questions. Oh, I didn't have the chat on. I didn't see what people are doing. Oh, it looks like Tammy's taking care of them. That's great. I have an online coffee store, How do people get the coffee? I need help with funding. Okay, Jamal, online coffee store. I guess you're selling coffee beans or anything. I'm a coffee fanatic too. I just bought a new one. I was having one, I forget, a Gaigia, is that the name of it? I had the same model for about 5-6 years, and every time it crashed, I just buy a new model because I learned how to fix them, and I had parts from all my old ones and all that. But now I bought a higher one, and I think I do because I can make a lot better lattes out of that. Okay, so for your coffee business, okay, Tammy, I forget. I don't know if she got to you yet, but okay, get the Let's Go Meta Grant report. Now, in there is item number 5, which helps you. Oh, yeah, Tammy put it in there. You see it? And you want to go item number 5, which is the $50,000 to start any business. Now, there, where you do is you start with those experts. I have a lot of sources in there. We have them, to get money and money for all that. No, don't get sidetracked by that. Go to the first item in that listing that talks about making an appointment with these business mentors. You make an appointment, and you make an appointment with 2 or 3. Talk to more than one person all the time, and see how they could help you and what information is to get. Now, if you have coffee, one thing I would do is, in addition to getting money to grow your business, is to learn how to get government contracts, and they'll help you do that too. It's a process. It's not going to happen overnight. But my sister was selling framing of artwork and stuff like that out of her garage. She got $1 million worth of contracts from the government, to do that stuff in her garage. So that's real stuff. But again, it's patience. You have to be here, tomorrow to reap the benefits from what you're doing today. If you're here today, gone tomorrow, then you don't get the benefits of the work you've been doing and talking to people. Alicia, I built a food truck last year. Neat, and used my own credit to do so. Are there any way I could get a grant to pay off my credit card from my small business? Well, you should have. It would have been easier to find money to build it than you do it. But you have that now. That's water under the brain. And drain? Oh no, it's water under my drain and brain. I think I have water on my brain. That's what's happening. Where are you get them? Oh, Barbara, the glasses? Yeah, Vooglam, VOOGLAM. They're online. Cheap as hell. The frames are like $20, if that, maybe 10. And then put the glasses in. So if you have your prescription, it's in China or somewhere like that. Great. I love glasses. When I started having to wear glasses, I said, man, I want something to be fun. I don't want to look like Ben Franklin. I'm an old fart. But I am older than Ben Franklin now, so those days are gone anyway. Okay, so you make an appointment with those business mentors and try 2 or 3 as much as you can. and sit down with them face to face to get help for your food truck. Also, see, it's more than just money. I mean, a lot of that money, I mean, you already have the truck, you just owe money. So if you use the truck and get more business out of the truck, so you could pay off more of that. But more importantly, too, is contact your local, and number three. And number three in the Let's Go Meta Grant Report, there's the first item in the number three is to contact a financial counselor. These are free financial counselors. You want to get that credit bomb that you have on your shoulders off. They know ways to do that. They can't magically wipe it all off, but there's ways to do that and make deals with them and only pay part of it and all this other kind of stuff before you look for other cash that will free up your cash to pay more of that off. So you want to know everything, you know, all the tricks about making deals with them so you don't have to pay all this, okay? So make an appointment with a free financial counselor. And they're available in every county, and they're free. And a good website now is hud.gov/counseling. What if I want to start a food truck business from scratch? Well, start talking to these counselors about how to do this and the possible ways to do it. All the ways to do it. I mean, it depends on where you live. There's, and that's why even where you live, it depends on who you talk to. I mean, that's why if you go to sba.gov/local assistance, sba.gov/local assistance, you will see, you put in your zip code, and there'll be anywhere from 10 to 50. Like there's 50 nonprofit organizations that help people start businesses where I live. And some have money, some don't have, doesn't matter. You talk to as many as you can about what to do, how to get this project done. There's ways that may not be ideal. Nobody's going to give you $100,000 just like that to do it, but there are other ways you have to investigate. Okay, what if I want to start a food truck? Okay, I need grants for debt and credit. George, what you do first is manage that debt and credit you have now and see how much you don't have to pay of what's that. If you're going to go run out and try to find all the money to pay that, you're going to go in circles a lot. So you want to go to that number three. Make appointments to talk to the financial counselors. Please do that. It's not going to go away itself. You're not going to find a magic, $50,000 to pop into your lap. You can't count on that. You could look for it and maybe it'll happen, but you also have to be realistic and come face to face with that monster. And there's professional people that will help you do that. So that's what you want to do, okay? And live in reality and get with a professional counselor, sit down with them and say, hey, this is the shit I got into. What could I do to make it go down easier? Okay, and that's all. You made a lot of bad choices. Fine, we all do that. We all get fucked up. And what's nice is that instead of trying to find a magic, genie in a lamp, no, you use the system. The system is there to help you get out of that too. But you have to use it. It may not be the way you would like to do it. No, nothing in the world is that way. Get married a few times. You'll realize that. The world isn't like it you want it to be. but it is workable, and you learn the world. I mean, you want to change the world? Well, that's going to take a lot of work. You may have time for it after you fix out your problem. Fix your problem first. I just joined, but there are grants for transitioning from job I lost to start my own business. Yes, Doug, a couple of ways. First of all, depending on where you are and the city and the state and the county, there's help for you. They want to help you start a business. They may have money to help you live on while you start your business. And to find that is in the job help. It's at your local career one-stop center. Okay, Tammy, could you get them the jobs and job training? Now, Tammy is a Grant's Tinkerbell. She sprinkles these little pixie dust all over that makes grants pop up for people, because she's got something like $200,000 worth of grants herself, and that's why she's so valuable. I mean, she knows how much of a pain in the ass this is to do, and it can be easy, but I wouldn't count on it, because see, if you count on it being easy, you're going to give up when it's not. And it's sort of like saying, you go on a date with somebody, oh, they're great and everything, she's perfect or he's perfect and everything. And if it haven't worked out the details, man, then any relationship is hard. The key to a relationship is working on it, because it ain't, lollipops every day, So what do you do there? So it's the world, for no matter what you want to do in life, it's not how you would like it to be. So the best way, I think, to get through all this crap that we all have to get through is to realize what it is and use what it is to your advantage. So you search out there what is there that I can take advantage of and make it useful for me. I mean, the government may have something for one thing, but how can I twist it to what I want to do? So in other words, like say maybe you want to start a business and you need $100,000 to save, so you can do marketing and everything and things like that. Okay, that's one way. Okay, you could go look for that. Or if you're helping people maybe get jobs or something like that, or the skills for job skills, well, you can get a contract from the Department of Labor to train people looking for jobs that need that skill. Or even if it's mental health or something like that. So that costs you nothing, because they're going to give you money, and you don't have to look for it. You just have to find somebody to talk to. That's why, to me, starting a business, the important thing about starting a business is just getting a customer. Everything else is detail, and I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it being LLC. I wouldn't worry about it being any lawyers or accountants or anything. You don't have any money, so you don't need accountants. Whatever, don't worry about it. And you don't really sure where you're going to get the money. Go out and find out where you're going to get the money first, and find out good potential customers or how to do all that. So don't do all this stuff and get in an office and spending money on office furniture and fancy this and that and other thing. No, go out and say, hey, I'm going to start this kind of business. Would you be interested in it? And that's why crowdfunding is great, because then you have a place where people can give you money too, and you don't even have a business, because what they do is give you money before you have a business. And that's why America is great. Who would have thought something like that? At least at my age, maybe younger people think that's normal now. But it isn't not normal for those of us that are over 40, kind of thing, and I'm double 40. So it is out there. But the help is out there for you to understand what is out there. So you could, then that's why you have to be a little clever and see an opportunity in there. And I was reading an article somebody put about me about being a scammer. And because people called in and they said, oh, I couldn't get any money. What the fuck? I mean, an opportunity isn't an opportunity if everybody gets it no matter what, right? So it's amazing what people think. If you don't make my life very easy and it's easy to get this. No, I'm just saying people get it. Look, we go to church and we're promised that we're going to go to heaven. Nobody's seen it yet. What's going on here? How do they get away with that? The FTC should get their market, sue them for false marketing. They're saying all this stuff is going to happen when we die. And they ain't got proof. Just somebody's gut or what sounds good. I mean, it's crazy. And that's fine. I mean, we all have to find our own way to get through this nonsense. And we will. But we all die at the end. So that's why it's, trying to be realistic use what is out there, but you got to find out what is out there. And you can't believe people like me in Google that tells you, oh, just get the, well, that's there, but it's not, you know, bim bam, thank you, ma'am. You know, there are opportunities that you have to work at. You know, there's beautiful women here want to go out on a date. I don't know if they're going to date you. You have to figure that out. Yeah, and that's what's important. Let's see, where were we chat? Tammy is just going gangbusters here. Well, Tammy, I have a 501c3. How much advantage do I have? Well, you have advantage for people who only give money to 501c3s, okay? Other than that, it doesn't matter, all right? You still have to find a customer. So that's why if you have it, that's fine. You just don't even think about it. You look for customers. Who's your customers? I mean, there's certain grants that the government has for only goes to nonprofits, and some it doesn't matter if you're a nonprofit or not. I mean, a lot of government programs that want to solve problems in the community, you could be a for-profit or a nonprofit. That's why I say if you haven't become a nonprofit yet, don't until you find out how you're going to get money. And you see that, oh, most of the money for what I want to do, you have to be a nonprofit. That's when you become a nonprofit. You don't sit and you don't say, well, I think I'll be a nonprofit and help people, whatever. I mean, that's nice, but why waste time being a nonprofit when you're not sure that you need to be? Yeah. Do you have money that looks like a place you could apply to and get it, and they say won't give it to you unless you're a nonprofit? Then you become a nonprofit. You could wait. I mean, you could, I have a report on how to start a nonprofit for $250, and that'll get you going if you really need to. But more importantly, you're not already a nonprofit now, so forget about it and just go out and look for business. Make an appointment, go to item number 5 that Tammy put up in the Let's Go Meta Grants report, and make an appointment with as many as the business mentors. Now, they also help nonprofits, business nonprofit, anybody's trying to make money. They help inventors, they help people want to freelance at home. So there's 100 different ways, you know, to do this. And you can do it. It just takes work. It takes follow through. And that's right. Don't get interested in the process. Just think of everything new you're learning. And that's how you grow. You grow by learning something new. And that's how you learn new, is by doing something new. Taking what you have that's old and then putting it on top of something else that's new. 10 ways to find grants for your nonprofit. Ooh, perfect, Amy. And that's important to do, okay? Listen, I gotta go exercise. Actually, we gave a bunch of gift cards to homeless people in the neighborhood here. And I gotta I have a meeting with the guy I worked with to get that out to people. And want to do that. Then I got to exercise. Yesterday we had a great turnout on the grants, the $40,000. It takes about 2 weeks or so to get the names. Make sure your name is on one of the lists for the other grants. And remember, we have 4 grants every month. We have the one on the 4th of the month, which is $40,000 you could spend. You get $500 or $1,000 to spend on anything. We have one on the 15th of the month. That's for car repair, and you get $500 to help you repair a car. And on the 20th of the month, we have $20,000 that we give to people to help pay their rent and mortgage, okay? And then on the 30th of the month, we give out 25 free laptop computers. There, Tammy has the link there for you. And please, members, ask a question. If it's on Facebook or on Let's Go Help 2, Let's Go Help 2 has what's called the Question Corner. You want to go there and ask a question. and we'll get to it. And if we screw up and give you a stupid answer, ask again, please. We all have stupid moments. At 80, I'm getting more and more of them. So if I screw it up, please ask again. That's why we don't charge a lot, so I could keep helping you. We could keep helping you and not have to be perfect. Nobody buys perfect because nobody can be perfect, and all you do is create stress in yourself and everybody else around you if you're trying to be perfect. I only communicate on the platforms or in classes. Oh, thanks, Tammy. Yeah, and I just love having you all as part of this. And my only mission now for the rest of my life is to try to help as many people I can understand what's out there that's available for them to improve their life. They just have to put some effort in it to yourself, from yourself, to make it happen. It's not going to happen by itself. Okay, I'm there. There's someone who can help me. Okay, is there someone who can help me? Yeah, Doug, we're ask away. We don't come to your house and massage your feet, but this is the way we do it. You tell us what you need, and we put together the best sources to get your help. Otherwise, you have to go to Google and get 1 billion sources for the same thing. And most of those will be people who want to get money from you. Every source we give you, Doug, will never ask you for money. They give you money, and they give you free help. Okay, so that's how the system works, and the best way is to ask questions. And the download, make sure you get the Let's Go Meta Grant Report. Just worked me through where to start and what I'm looking for. Well, what are you looking for, Doug? What do you need help with? What are you trying to do? I mean, there's hundreds of millions of websites that give out money. So we have to know. Here's the report, Doug, that Tammy gave listing below. Also, Tammy, can you give them the 500 report? Tammy will put out the link to the 500 grants for your state. See, and this is maybe a good way to start. You see, and they're all categorized by subject area. So you could see the kinds of help that is available. You just want money to solve problems, but there's very few things that just money to solve any problem. Most of it is for specific kinds of problems. That's why we have to know what you need money for, okay? Let's go mega grants, 500 report. Yeah, so make sure, and if you don't see it from Tammy, the 500 state grant report. This is, we have for every state, and you could download every state. Okay, and for friends, you could share it with friends and enemies or anybody you want. My computer is slow. Oh, so am I, Tammy. There it is. Your brain is a crackerjack, though. Sorry, I'm new and worried about my future. Just don't want to lose everything. Well, don't. Start planning for it. Here's appointments to make in the 500 grants. You want to start with make an appointment with a financial counselor, which is on number 3. Make an appointment. They're all over the country. They're free. They're in your community. These HUD counselors, you make an appointment there. New to Let's Go Help. Yeah. Okay. Make an appointment to get your bills and stuff like this straightened out with professional help. All this professional help is free. And then also go to the Career One-Stop Center to try to organize your thoughts about what you're going to do in life that are going to create enough money for you to live. And that's what they do, and they have a lot of grant money to do that. They have a lot of grant money to train you in a new career and whatever, and not to go to college. You know, this is all the money that's available for you to get a great job without having to go to college. So, and there's the other magic that we have, or anybody has, is findhelp.org. Okay, go to findhelp.org, and you'll see nonprofit organizations that help with anything. You need your walk shovel. There's a nonprofit organization to do that. You need a new roof. There's a nonprofit organization to start looking and realizing the kinds of help that is out there. So you say, wow, well then now you may be in a better position to be able to ask a question when you see, "Ooh, wow, there is a lot of stuff," you know, and that's a way to see a lot of stuff, so you know there's a lot of stuff, and then we can help you, point you to the stuff that's best for you. How's that? And Tammy, thank you so much, dear. I just love you all so much. Anything you need, you let us know. We're here to help each other. Doug, thank you. Lots of info. Yes, it is, Doug. Yeah. But as Tammy says, have fun, because if you're not having fun, you're not going to do it. And that's what we hear. You come back, you get all screwed up and fucking overwhelmed. Come back and we'll try to juice you up and send you back out there with the lions again. Thank you, Wanda. Bless you for being here, and thank you for every one of you, for 37 of you right now that opened my heart today a little more. And that's the best thing in the world. If you could try to open your heart a little wider every day. That's the one muscle you could keep growing, man. Cheers.